Hi YouTube. So I thought I'd do a quick video while I've got the time. My other half's just gone to drop his little boy home and my little boy's in bed. It's probably about 20 past 7. It is the 8th of October. Had to think about it then. And I know it hasn't been that long since my last video and I don't have masses to show you all, but I have got something I'm quite proud of. I have a page finish on one of my Heaven and Earths, so I was dying to show you that. And yeah, I've got a few things to show you. And yeah, so let's get straight into it with my progress from last week. So last time I posted a video, I was going crazy and I was starting things left, right and centre. I don't know what came over me, to be honest. I think I must have just lost my stitchy bug a little bit. So I think it's back properly now. I want to work on projects I've already started. I don't want any new starts. They're starting to pile up a little bit now. So I started the week still doing Fireman Sam. Pathetic amounts of Fireman Sam. So this is the chart. My little boy goes mental at me every single time I do any cross stitch. He wants me to do the Fireman Sam one, but it is a really boring stitch. So I think last time, I can't remember where I was last time. If I have a picture, I will put it in now. But so I think I had done his chin really, and all I've done is I've outlined his face now, and I need to fill it all in. But yeah, that's that one. Get the boring one out of the way. I do really want to get it done for him, but it's just not a fun stitch, especially when like you've been stitching for a long time and you want to, you know, do full coverage or things that maybe have like blended threads and specialist stitches and stuff like that. It is a particularly boring one. Sorry, I'm like literally on my cupboard right now. So yeah, I will try hard or harder to get that done. But I do have goals now because I found my old notepad and my Wipgo board. So I'll show you how rough it is. So that was the bottom one I crossed out, and the top one, look how messy that is. But I completely forgot about it. I'll talk about that in a minute. But so the thing I'm actually proud of is, so this is Babysitting. I think it's the mini version by Linda. I want to say her name's Linda Ravenscroft. I might be wrong, but it's on Heaven and Earth. If you search babysitting on Heaven and Earth, it will be the first thing that came up. But I've got a page finish. I've got so many part threads, so I'm going to try and show you this without having all the threads dangling down. See if this works. Right. Move it out. How cool is she? So I think I'm about 12.5% through the pattern now. And I'll stand up for a minute. She is just fantastic. So during the week I had a bit of a dodgy tum and I didn't go to work. And I spent the whole day stitching. Literally like 8 hours. And I think it was, so all of this wasn't filled in. I can actually insert a picture of when I started. I forgot I took that, so I'll insert that now. And you can see how much I've done on my sick day, on my sickie. I'm just so proud of her. It looks so good. So I decided once, she's going to go away for a bit now, because I do have a lot in progress. But so I've done this on 25 count even weave. I've done 2 threads over 1 square, and this is dense. It's literally the thickness of like an iron-on patch. I love it. I actually do really love it. At times it can get a bit painful trying to get the needle through, and it's like prodding into my thumb all the time. But I wouldn't change it for the world. I love it. I think I would only do one thread over one if it's higher than 28 count, or to higher than 25 count. So 28 count plus would probably be one thread. But I do love like the proper full thick cross stitch look. I've lost the bag. I once got a box of junk given to me, see if I wanted any of it, and inside was like this pillowcase bag. It is just a piece of material with a bit of elastic through it. But I've had it for my cross stitch ever since. And that's where she lives. Oh, I don't know, the sense of achievement when you finish one page on Heaven and Earth and then you realise you have like 30 more is crazy. I don't think I have 30 more on this one because it's a mini. It's actually a circular design. If I put a picture of the finished design now, you'll see what I mean. I love her. If you've watched my previous videos, you'd have seen that I've shown this one off in my whip parade, probably my first video. And lastly, see, I told you it'd be quick. This is my very last whip. This is, I'm not being very good at showing you the actual thing today. This is Moon Maiden by Janlin, and this is where I was last time. I got out of focus. So that's it. This is what I was last time, and now I only picked this up last night after finishing my page on the other one. Here I am. So all of the moon on this side's done. And this is the baby. This is her dress. But last night, literally all of these lighter stitches I did last night. So I thought that was pretty good progress for me. I think I only stitched for about 2 hours too. So we've been watching that Dharma programme on Netflix, and I feel bad saying it's good because it's about a serial killer, but I love true crime and it has gripped me. And I, maybe an unpopular opinion, I now actually feel a bit sorry for Jeffrey Dahmer. Like, he was never shown love. His parents weren't particularly nice to him. I know he was a bit weird, but, you know, you love your children regardless. He didn't really do anything wrong when he was particularly little. He was just a bit strange. And his mum was crazy. And he just didn't have a very good start. And that does not condone his behaviour at all. But, you know, he's not going to be a well-together, like, person, considering the upbringing he's had. He's just not. And then they were saying about him having sort of like a fetish against like organs, inside organs. So that's like that's obviously a thing. So I'm not saying he does have an excuse, but I just felt a bit sorry for him. I haven't finished it yet though. Spoiler alert, he dies in the end. But that is definitely one to watch if you like true crime. It's on Netflix. If you've been on the internet at all, you'll know, because that's all anyone seems to be talking about at the moment. So yeah, that's what I've been watching. So that was my final product, my final project. But tonight I am actually starting a new one. It's by Cottage Gardens. It's the bar now, and I've seen quite a few people on Flosstube making this. I'll show you a picture now. I think it is beautiful. So I know I said no new starts and I want to crack on with what I'm doing. And I do because of my Wipgos now. But I will let myself start this because I've been so excited since I've seen this. I've seen other people talk about Cottage Gardens samplings, it's called. They're doing other projects. I want to say it's cross-stitch bunny that did the fox. I might be wrong, but go check out cross-stitch bunny if you haven't watched her yet. I can't remember her name. I know her handle. But she is literally, you can tell she's such a nice person, and I don't know, her floss tube's so feel good. And the last one I watched, she had gone to a, what do they call them? Like a retreat for the day, because her friend runs a retreat. And she'd shown footage from that, and you'd seen like everyone else's work, and I don't know, I just really like her choice of patterns most of the time. Like, they're things that I would make, which is actually quite rare. You know, when you're watching Flosstube, you might do one or two of other people's. I like seeing things that I wouldn't make as well as things that I would make, but I think hers, taste-wise, it's between cross-stitching bunny and blush and pink stitches, which match my taste entirely. So I've been watching so much Flosstube recently, though. It has been a bit ridiculous. I think because I've been off work and I've been like bad mum, right? I've been giving my little boy his tablet, and he's been just like laying in bed with me on his tablet, and I've had the TV on watching Flosstube, and I've been stitching, and he's just been on his tablet for hours, which sounds awful, but it's been raining a lot here in England, and I did have a dodgy stomach, and I just didn't really want to go anywhere, so I don't even feel that bad. I've been quite productive in my craft, so that's always good. So yeah, Flosstube. If you've got a Flosstube, let me know, because I've been scouring the whole of YouTube trying to find new people. I think it's so sad when, so I've watched a lot of YouTube, which means I've sort of run out of things to watch, because obviously people don't make Flosstubes every day. So I feel like I've caught up with the ones I love. I'm now struggling to find new ones that I love. So when I go on there, I'm like, I've seen those. I always look forward to new videos from Mad Morty. Hi guys. They make me laugh so much, those two. Oh, so funny. And I love Faye over at Fairy Floss. And who else? Cross Stitch and Smiles. I always look forward to their videos. And the Clumsy Stitcher. Just so many. Seriously, I could go on and on. So yeah, if you do have a Flosstube and I haven't mentioned you, let me know, because I want to watch. I do want to watch. I need content, god damn it. I have no haul. I think it's been 9 days since my last video. I am broke. Like, I have no money whatsoever. I'm so poor. However, I do have one thing to show you. It's really dull. But if you're in the UK, you know, everyone shops in Primark in the UK. They just do. I personally don't love it. I don't love Primark. But when you need necessities, money-wise, it's perfect. However, at the tills, they also sell tote bags. And they have their own brand tote bag. It's not overly large. See, my notepad's an A6 journal, and that's it in comparison. So it's not big. But I bought two in the end. They are perfect for cross stitches. I've got, I think that's a 10-inch or a 12-inch hoop, and it just about fits in this bag perfectly. So they're 60p each. So you could honestly go in there and buy like 10 for £6, and you have 10 project bags to... It depends, because I see a lot of people with really nice project bags, and I do sew, so I could make my own, but I haven't got the money to be spending like 20-30 quid on a project bag, even though I do think they're beautiful from like Etsy or wherever. So I bought two anyway, and they're now both in use, so they're useful to me. Let's face it, all it is to keep all your stuff together and stop dirt getting on it. For me, like, I don't even have pets, so it's not like I have to avoid cats sitting on it or anything like that. although I'd love a kitty or doggo. Does anyone else obsess over dogs when they see them in the street? I think it's because I'm just not allowed a dog that whenever I see them, I'm like, I want you. Why not me? But because I work full time, unfortunately, yeah, no doggo. And also my landlady, I think, when we rented this place, like, it's got brand new carpets, it's furnished really nicely, and while I'm of the opinion that kids would probably murk up your house even more than a pet sometimes, like, you'll happily rent your house to me with my child, so why wouldn't you let my doggo in? I don't understand, but such is life. We weren't supposed to have pets at the last house, and I had like 8 ferrets. So, big love to the ferrets. They're great. But they mashed up that house so bad. We nearly lost our deposit. And that's another story. I'm in a rambling mood today. I think it's because I'm lacking adult conversation. I got bangs. I look a bit of a mess right now. I got my hair cut. What else to add? Let's talk about cross stitch stuff. So I found my Wipgo, which I'd written out at the start of the year, and I'll show you. It's an absolute mess. So I was supposed to type this up neatly at New Year, but I forgot about it. Some of the things on here I'd finished. So, like, number 3 says Dino Sampler finish. Well, that's his birth sampler, and I did finish that, so I'll cross that off anyway. There's 1, 2, 3. There's 3. They were like magazine charts that I'd started, but I decided not to finish, so I think I've binned them. So I'll cross them off as well. And then I had a few goals based around doing like 2,000 stitches on a cross stitch on my Heaven and Earth ones. So that's for babysitting, Cradle by Moonlight, and Ripples. So I'd cross those off. I've already done those. Sorry, just looking at it. One says Ripples page finish. Well, actually, I think I've done that one as well. So that could be wiped off. One of them says Lighthouse 10 hours. And that's in relation to this kit, which I haven't even started, so I'll probably cross that off too, because I don't want to start anymore. One of them says new start 10 hours. Well, I'm not being funny, I've started a gazillion new kits in the last week. No, not this last week, but the week before, so I'm sure I can mark that off. One of them says Owl Banner 12 hours, and that's in relation to this kit, which I haven't started yet, so I'll probably cross that off. One says Fireman Sam's face, so I'm quite near to doing that, so I can do that. The Moon Maiden one, the reason I picked that up is because one of the goals on here was the babysitting page finish and 10 hours. Let's see. Babysitting. Okay, it wasn't a page finish. It was 10 hours. So I've definitely spent 10 hours. That can go. And then I looked at the numbers that had been called for Wipgo, and it says Moon Maiden 10 hours. That's one of the goals. And the other one is Moon Maiden finish Moon. So I'm so close to finishing that Moon now. So I think by the time I've finished the Moon, I've probably quite close to 10 hours anyway. And then I have got a few goals left on here, like my hot air balloon one, to finish one balloon. That'll take forever. So the Flower Girl, do 10 hours of that. Country Companions, 10 hours of that. And that's about it left on that one. So I think I will just crack on. That's going to be the order of what I do things in now. I'm gonna crack on with the Moon Maiden. And I probably will switch between that one and the Cottage Gardens samplings. That is what it's called. The bar now. I will switch. Only because I'm obsessed by it now. I need to crack on. I need to have it. And then after that, I can't remember what I've just said. I'm so sorry. This video is going to be a mess. So I'll finish Fireman Sam's face. So I'll probably do that if I get bored with the Moon Maiden and the bar now in between. Oh yeah, Country Companions, Flower Girl, and 10 Hours on a New Start. So that's just the only 3 really that I need to crack on with. I mean, yeah, it's pretty broad, isn't it? Just do what you want, Amy. I'm not good with Wipgo. I don't know about everyone else, but I'm just not good with it. So I consider quite a lot whether I should just become a monogamous stitcher. Pick one thing, crack on with it, see how much I can get done. So that's what I've done this week with the babysitting. And by doing that, I've got a page finish. But whilst doing that page finish, I've been saving so many charts online and watching so many people's other videos, because I'm like, if I can't do them, you need to do them and I need to watch them. So I don't know if, you know, it fits in my psyche to just to do one, but I will carry on with these goals. I'll do them, I'll see how it takes me, and I just need some finishes, man. I need some finishes. It's been a while, hasn't it? It's been a really long while. So I don't have much more to add apart from, so I watched Fairy Floss and she did a video about her book journal and I absolutely loved it. So I don't know how into reading everyone else is, but I've really struggled recently to read anything, to be honest. I have like either brain fog. Start again. I either have brain fog and I can't think properly, so then I can't get into a book, or I'm reading it and my mind's racing, so I'm like trying to read a page, but I'm still thinking about my day. So I struggle to read quite a lot. And so Faye, in her book journal, I noticed she read quite a lot of children's books or young adults books. So I went to the library literally the day after I watched this video, and I got loads of Jacqueline Wilson books. You guys must remember those books from when you were little, right? So I can't remember which ones I got, but I got 3 Jacqueline Wilson books in the end, and I've got one Neil Gaiman book, which is called The Graveyard Boy, and then I saved another book that I'd previously rented, because it's sort of written in the Victorian London. Any book set in like Victorian London that is quite quirky, I tend to really enjoy that. So yeah, reading. I haven't read any yet, and that was 2 days ago, so we shall see. And other than that, I'm just rambling, to be honest. My hopes for the next week, I always say this, I don't know when I'm going to do the next video, but usually it gets to 8-9 days, 10 days maybe, and I think, shit, if I don't do one now, when am I going to do one? So then I'll just film, and then I don't have much progress to show. And if I'm sticking to the Moon Maiden currently, then I'm not going to have much progress to show anyway in a week's time. But if it's any longer than that, I kind of like miss talking to you all, even though I feel like I'm talking to myself, which actually sounds a bit sad. But I just want you all to know that I'm still here. So my videos may always be around the 20-minute mark, and it's probably going to be 15 minutes of that, me just chatting shit, to be honest, but I'm kind of okay with that. I am okay with that. So, and if you're okay with that too, please hit the subscribe button. It's nice to know you're all out there. I love getting any little comments from you all. Just tell me about your day, talk to me. So I'll say goodbye now, and I'll chat to you again soon. Bye.